accept what you're doing is wrong, and then there comes repentance after that, is turning around and not continuing to dwell in that sin. And I feel like people are so used to
Bro is out here preaching to us. The fuck you talking? Wait, can we speed this up? Bro is out here preaching to us.
Relapsing, no matter what the sin is, and they think that God is not going to forgive them again because of how much wrong they've done and how shameful they feel. And that's not the case at all. I feel like people need to understand that God is forever loving and he's forever waiting for you to turn back to him. And he's not going to force himself on you. He's not going to be like, oh my goodness, I have to grab him and bring him back. He'll wait for you to make that realization and come back to him yourself. I'll tell you guys a story. I had a friend whose girlfriend continued.
Ooh. You'll tell us what story now?
Back to him yourself. I'll tell you guys a story. I had a friend whose girlfriend continuously broke his heart and was continuously doing things that he knows that she'll keep doing, and he'll keep on having to take her back because that love is so strong. And she'll keep promising that she'll change, but she never changes. And he'll be at the verge of breaking up with her and leaving her, and then she'll be like, wait, can you please wait for me? I'll change. I promise I'll change. I'll change soon. I'll fix these problems.
You said Bubba's waiting for David. He might like it. The problem is he might like that shit. David might be like, "Ooh, you want me, Bubba?" You never know, shit.
And he'll be like, "Okay, maybe I do have this faith that you will change, so I'll stay. Even at my own expense, I'm the one being hurt. I'm the one getting my heart broken. I'll stay because that love I have for you is so strong." And sometimes I wonder, as a sinful person, as we all are sinful people, committing these sins and then turning to God and then looking at him in his eyes, and he watches everything we does and he's seeing us commit all these sins, and then we have the nerve to be like, wait, no, I'll stop, I'll change. We have no intention of changing. And sometimes I'm like, does God own?
All right, big bro, appreciate you, gang, but you know what I mean, I'm not trying to really.
And you will give them the peace of mind that you will not turn away from them or turn your face from them, and that they
got my dog worked up as shit. She see David, she start barking at me. She like, nah, bro, you don't need to be watching that shit.
They can always return to you in repentance, and that they can always count on you in their darkest times and darkest hours, no matter how sad they feel, how depressed.
I really wonder when he actually posted that shit. But anyways, let's let us dive into Twitter, because I heard a lot of things. I heard some things happened today. So this is gonna be live stream, us just fucking around and finding out, because this is the research section right here. But I did hear that there's some D4vd news lately. So let's see what's happening. Celeste Rivas' brother breaks down on live crying, saying his family is completely broken after her death, and he can't ever forgive David, and admits he's struggling to hold himself back. Is this actually her brother? Because, hold on. Let me put it on my face while we do that. Let me make sure this is real, because Twitter be bullshit sometimes. Twitter be dead ass bullshit sometimes. Let's just check it out together, folks.
Bro, I don't care, bro.
It got posted by World Star Hip Hop, so there is some credibility to this video. Apparently, this is Celeste Rivas' brother.
All I wanted for you was to be Sal. Bro, get out, bro. Sal. Okay. Sal.
Oh wait, what does that say? Cheeks.
Bro, I don't care, bro. I don't care, bro. I don't care about that shit, bro. You just don't do that shit, you just don't leave somebody you love for somebody else, bro. Bro, no.
He's drunk.
Some bullshit, bro.
He's drunk.
That shit hurt, bro. I'm sorry, I don't want to scream at you, bro. Bro, my heart hurt, bro.
I don't even know. He didn't say anything about Celeste or David. Heart-wrenching. This man needs help. Everybody seems to believe this is him. That shit's crazy. But my question is, where was all that energy? Somebody said that in the comments too. Where was all that energy when she went missing, bruh? Because that was like the biggest. That was the biggest thing. When she went missing, it seemed as though the family just didn't really give too much of a fuck. Anyways, let's check out Celeste Rivas. Coroner's report. Okay, cool. County of Los Angeles medical examiner. Oh shit, they have it right here. Cause of death, cause and manner of death. Determination for Celeste Rivas Hernandez. And this was probably posted. When was this posted? This had to have been posted. This wasn't here a few hours ago because I was looking at the Los Angeles medical examiner earlier and we didn't have it. Okay, so we're going to check that out in a second. And I think they actually have a diagram as well. So we're going to check out the diagram as well. Why keep religion out of chat? Don't see the point. I don't care, bro. Everybody can have their opinion. Just be respectful. I don't really give a fuck. Hey, love you, AG. What's up, Celine? How you doing? You said an angel can see the devil. The real shit. I can't stand to listen to him. I'm here for AG. Well, I'm not even that. You know, Twitter they be clickbaiting, but apparently that was Celeste Rivas' brother. I don't have any concrete evidence yet. We could probably figure that out later on tonight. I think something's happening. My dog's been stir crazy all fucking day. My dog's been crazy this whole week. She's been like more vocal this week. I don't know what's going on. And we got Michelle Marie 08 with a big $10. Shout you out, man. Congrats on getting your page back on track. Man, it feels good. It feels great. I was over here, man. I was irritated, bro. Irritated for 32 days and 32 nights. But we back, baby. We back. Anyway, let's go ahead and let's see what we got here. Let's see what we got here. Can you guys see? Let's check this out. So, April 22nd. Okay, so this is when they posted it. April 22nd, 2026. That was yesterday. I guess I just was late to the party. The County of Los Angeles Department of Medical Examiner DME determined the cause and manner of death for 15-year-old Celeste Rivas Hernandez as multiple penetrating injuries caused by objects. Damn, the manner of death is homicide. And that's what we really needed, bro. Let me small up myself real quick. That's what we really needed, man. We needed a cause and manner of death, and we finally got that motherfucker, bro. I'll put myself up here. Can you see? I just want to make sure you guys could see it. Maybe I'm too close. I'm a little too close. So the manner of death, homicide, and it says multiple penetrating injuries caused by object or objects. So they don't even know what he killed her with. They just know it's something sharp. Miss Rivas Hernandez was discovered at 1100 hours on September 8th, 2025 in the trunk of a vehicle in a tow yard in Los Angeles, and the death was pronounced by a detective with the Los Angeles Police Department. A deputy medical examiner conducted an examination of Miss Rivas Hernandez on September 10th of 2025 at the DME's Forensic Science Center. The cause and manner of death were determined December 9th. The cause and manner of death were determined December 9th of 2025. December. Why did they take so long to... A court order initiated by the LAPD previously prevented the DMA from releasing its findings. What? A court order initiated by the LAPD previously prevented the DME from releasing its findings. So it's been determined a homicide since December 9th. How does that make sense? Remember when I told you guys this is all politics, right? Remember when I told you that? I remember when I said it'll always take longer in Los Angeles, bro, because what the fuck does that even mean? So you got David out here hiding some more bodies, hiding some more money allegedly, while we're over here playing, I don't know. You said she had a couple strategic stab wounds to her chest. This report is gruesome. They wanted to keep all of this on the low until they could arrest them. Okay, so that would make sense. The LAPD put an order out to where what? The media, people like me, people like LA Channel 5 or whatever couldn't get the information, so he didn't run. That would make sense, I guess. They wanted witnesses to be able to confirm details without the info being public. Let's continue. That makes sense. After several months, I'm grateful to inform, I'm grateful that this information can now be released, not only to the public, but also to the grieving family enduring loss. Chief Medical Examiner Dr. Ode Ukpo said, It is unfathomable that they have to wait this long to learn what happened to their daughter. The transparency of the information contained in our findings and reports is essential for empowering the community to make informed charges to effectively reduce fear and allowing the community to take informed action. Making the department's information publicly available is not just about accountability, it is about social justice and prevention. By ensuring access to this information, we strengthen our ability to learn, to act, and to ultimately prevent the next tragic loss of life. I want to extend my gratitude to our partner agencies for taking the necessary steps of filing an order with the court to make this disclosure possible. New media representatives may request to receive a copy of the medical examiner report by emailing blah, blah, blah. All of the requests for the report must be submitted online. So we can't see it unless we request it. I know this shit's floating around online. We're not going to have to do all that. Hold on. So, long story short, he stabbed her with something. And then he cut her up, allegedly, all allegedly, right? Stabbed her with something, cut her up, put her into separate bags. At some point, put her into the car, and that's what they got him on. Shit is crazy, bro. I don't even know who has the stomach to even follow through with this. Hold on. Hold on, let me look at this off main screen just in case it's something crazy. Somebody had it. Who had it? Somebody leaked it. Here it is. Found it. That quick. Hold on. Give me a second. We're going to be able to see it. Now, this is not going to be perfect because I'm getting it from where somebody got it. So bear with me for a second. Here we go. You know, once it's out there, it's out there. Once it's out there, it's out there. You can't. Request here, request there. We don't need to request shit. The shit's once it's out there, it's out there. Let me actually save it. Celeste report. Put it in the downloads real quick so we can actually zoom in for ourselves real quick. There we go. There we go. All right, so page 1 of 2. See what it says here. 3/4. Oh, that's that doctor writing. Hold on. 1.5 inch depth abdomen. Defect 3 to 9 o'clock. What does that say? 4-inch to hand. I'm not sure. But this is definitely defect, and it says depth 1.5 inches, I believe. So he stabbed her pretty deep. There's another defect. Top of head. Damn, it's hard to read this shit. Depth 2 inches. And you can imagine somebody who's like, you can imagine like a 14-year-old. A 2-inch stab wound is probably fatal. You said he was not on tour at the time of the death. No, he was not. Down the rabbit hole has the autopsy. No, this is it right here, I believe. This is it. Celeste Abigail Hernandez Rivas. It could have been jealous girlfriend, but why remove her fingers from for a souvenir? I don't know if he removed their fingers. Let's go to the second page here. Hair long black. Man, I can't read any of this shit. Can you guys read this shit? You said I was missing. Oh, globe not present. What is a globe? Is that an eye globe? Structural composition of the eyeball. Oh, shit. The structural composition of the eyeball. A 2.5 centimeter spherical organ housed in the bony orbit. So the eye was removed. Hold on, where's the picture? So it says globe not present. Fuck. Globe with extensive with extensive something changes. So both her eyes were completely, one was missing and one was destroyed. You said she got stabbed in the liver and the lung. They're thinking it was the fatal home. Their thinking was the fatal home. I don't know what that means. Let's keep going. Tip of shoulder. Oh, tip of. Help me out, folks. Help me out here. You guys said she got stabbed in the liver. Well, we see it over here in like the abdomen area, so I could assume she got stabbed in the liver somewhere. It says multiple defects on her back as well. Multiple linear abrasions on the back of her hand. The foot, it seems as though they're saying the foot was bottom of heel. I guess a defect to the bottom of her heel. 6-inch top shoulder. I guess it was a cut. All right, I'm not gonna keep jacking up. I can't read this shit too well. It's kind of hard to read it. But what I can gather from this is that she was stabbed twice, vital organs, eye is missing, and there's a whole bunch of scrapes and scratches over her hands, her back, her feet. He really fucked her up. Now, if you guys don't recall, I think this whole situation was because she was going to become a witness to this entire thing. So what we're assuming is that because the special circumstances of this arrest is that he killed her for financial gain. So what we're assuming is that she was going to ruin his career at some point. So he did all this horrible shit to her because he wanted to, you know, shut her up. And that was always the assumption, but now that's the theory that they're taking to trial. Well, something happened, and I mean, she's a child. Eventually something is going to, she's a fucking child. You're in a relationship with her. There's gonna be an argument real soon. I think that's what David didn't really realize. He's on top of the world, you know, he's making money, and he's effing on this little some-year-old right here. Everything's great, right? No, you're gonna have an argument. And what is she gonna do? She's a high schooler. What do high schoolers do? They do messy shit. Oh, so now you gotta kill her now. What do high schoolers do? High schoolers leak nudes. They tell all their friends the girl they fuck the second they fuck her. Yeah, I mean, what did you expect? The second Celeste got mad, she was gonna be a high schooler. You stupid dumbass. So now you gotta kill her, right? That's exactly what he did. It's no other choice. What else are you gonna do? You're gonna go to jail for being a chomo, lose your whole career? Mind you, he would have went to jail for. Maybe he wouldn't have even gone to jail the way the laws work out here. I swear to you, he probably wouldn't have even gone to jail. He probably would have got some like probation shit. Maybe he would have gone to jail for like 3 years or something. But he knew that his career would be over. That's where the biggest problem lied. So he said, fuck it. That shit's crazy. So if you look at the second one, those long lines, that is exactly where he cut her. Oh, that's exactly where he cut off her limbs. Oh. Hold on, let me fucking pin that. What? No, this is some jigsaw shit. Message pin. Did it pin? You said, so if you look at the second 1, 2, and 2. Anyways, I'll just show you what she's saying. She's saying all these lines are where he cut her. So line here. Hold on. Let me look at this again. Where's the image I had? So, all right. So 9-inch TP of shoulder, 6-inch TP of shoulder, 5.8 defect. Wait, the lines, 9-inch something of shoulder, 6-inch something of shoulder. Let me look for another line. 12-inch something of legs. This is where he cut her. 9-inch something of leg. Oh. Oh. Oh, wow. That's actually intense, bro. He chopped her one. Oh. He chopped her up in like 8, 9 pieces. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Chopped her in 7 pieces after he killed her. Whoo. Whoo, shit. Fuck. Wait, all right, hold on. Okay. All right. Okay. Hold on. I need somebody else's analysis. Autopsy details were released in Celeste Rivas' case following David's arrest. Let's go to TMZ. Let's see what TMZ has to say. Hold on. Oh shit! What the fuck? Oh shit! 7 hours ago, major courtroom drama. I don't want to hear about courtroom drama.
We just received the autopsy report from the medical examiner in Celeste Rivas's death, for which David is now charged with her murder. And there are some interesting things, and we talked about this before, that we knew that the coroner had ruled this, the medical examiner ruled this a homicide, but we didn't know the cause of death. And the DA said they...
Okay. Cause of death. So, all right, we're gonna get their analysis. Let's see how they, because these guys are used to seeing autopsy reports. I've seen a couple of them, but I'm not very good at them. All right, let's keep going.
Were stabbed. There was some kind of sharp
instrument was used.
These two.
Now we know, and what they're saying is there were 2 wounds in particular, and that they believe, and they use the word may, and the word may is going to be really important, which we'll talk about, that they may be penetrating wounds.
Which you said apparently her eye was missing? No, that's what the motherfucking shit says, bro. Globe not fucking present. That means the eye wasn't even fucking there. Globe gone. We looked up what a globe was in terms of human anatomy. Globe out of there. That's not what TMZ is saying. That's what the medical report is saying.
Would not be wounds
To
dismember a body.
Right, because of where they are, they believe, is I think the main, and also
and the way they describe it is they describe 2 penetrating wounds, one on the abdomen and one on the chest, and they describe them as, they tell you the depth and the length of these, and they say they have smooth edges. Indication seems to me that some sort of knife was plunged into her.
That's what they
and it
were
left
suggesting.
smooth
The
edges.
key is the length of the wounds. One is 3/4 of an inch, one is 9/16. So this size wound as the penetrative wound. These are
Which
not
is an indication of the length of the blade.
and also a
with
blade
something-
that could not dismember a body, right? This would
Right.
not be
Right.
the same instrument.
This is what they're
used to
talking
dismember
about,
a body.
Now, the body was dismembered. They describe all that
Yeah.
in
This is
detail,
what they're
but those
talking about.
types of cuts to take the body
Do
apart
they-
would be different than
does
knife
the
cuts.
report say anything about the dismemberment or what they believe was used?
They don't say what
No,
was
it
used.
does describe it
They
in
don't
a
say
lot
what
of
was used,
detail,
but
the pieces.
it's gruesome.
Yeah.
So there's a word that's used, may, that it may have been caused by this. The defense is going to jump on that.
Oh, they'll
Okay,
definitely.
we got a paramedic in this bit. Oh, the paramedic is the one who answered. Okay, as a paramedic and having to write up abrasions, lesions, and more, I can read it. Damn it, we need to have you up here. Man, we need to have like something that's open to where people can come on with their expertise, because clearly I don't know how to read this shit. But I'm so glad that we have a reputable person in the chat that was able to tell us that these are actual dismemberment markings, bro. What the? So, all right. Brandy, I just want to know what this word is. It's repeated every time. 6-inch word, shoulder. 9-inch word of shoulder. What is that word that we're missing right here? If anybody, it doesn't have to be her. If anybody knows this word, look at my cursor. 6-inch this shoulder. I'm just trying to figure out what that means. I'm gonna keep it going while you guys answer.
They're not saying it's conclusive, and it aligns with what we've been hearing, which is they were having a really hard time determining how she died.
Well, look at the
recently
passage
as
of time.
February.
As recently as
Heard that,
February.
right?
Yeah.
The passage of time to determine this is a long. It's many, many months.
There's
Top. Everybody's saying top. That is 6-inch top. 6-inch top and shoulder. I still don't know. 6-inch top of shoulder. Top of shoulder. 6-inch top of shoulder. 9-inch top of shoulder. 15-inch bottom of heel. 10-inch bottom of heel. Oh, I'm starting to get it now. 12-inch top of leg. 9-inch top of leg. Okay, I get it now. Now it's all coming together. Okay, thank you. Thank you, guys. Appreciate y'all. Let's keep it going.
Also, and it's conflicting, and we still can't quite figure it out, but there are references to finding presumptive positive indications that she had both meth and MDMA in her system.
Although additional screenings showed that to be not detected, but
Meth and MDMA in her system. I don't give a fuck. I'm not trying to hear this overdose theory no longer. This was the manner of death was homicide. I'm not trying to hear this OD theory no longer.
Conflicting, and we still can't quite figure it out, but there are references to finding presumptive positive indications that she had both meth and MDMA in her system.
although additional screenings showed that to be not detected, but the initial screen said presumptively.
It seems like there were two tests taken, two tox screens. The initial one detected MDMA and methamphetamine. Subsequently, they did a confirmation test, and it was unclear whether there was methamphetamine, but no sign of MDMA at that second confirmation test.
I mean, ultimately, is that going to matter when you get to trial, like whether or not she was
Probably
on
not.
any drugs?
Well, they may argue. They may argue it was an overdose. I don't know what they're going to argue, but they'll latch onto what they can.
That's true.
Yeah.
But look, I covered the O.J. Simpson case. The coroner was on the stand for 8 days in that case. So this is going to be the centerpiece of the case because, you know, what the DA is saying is we have evidence she threatened David that she would expose their relationship, probably in a text. That's the way they make it seem.
She definitely,
and that she goes to
she definitely did that. I can feel it. I can feel the energy, the vibe. One day she hit him. He was fucking on some other girl. She didn't like that. He was fucking on some other girl. She didn't really like that. You know what I'm saying? Says she's gonna blow this whole bitch up, and he believed her.
David's house on April 23rd, 2025, never to be seen again.
Right.
So now the question, what happened? So the prosecutor's going to say he stabbed her to death, and here are these 2 wounds. And then you're going to have the defense coming out and saying, look, number one, you didn't say conclusively, you're saying may. And this is a reasonable doubt case. Number 2,
jackass.
if it was so clear to you, why 4 months in were you still saying undetermined? So this is going to be a huge part of this case.
And also, I would think, maybe they'll say this, that it would get harder to find those wounds the more time passes. Like, they found her body in September, and I'm sure it's refrigerated, but the state of decomposition, I would think it gets harder by March. Now, suddenly, what changed?
They're going to freeze it once they find the body. They can freeze it in the state.
But why couldn't that was what they found months later. Those penetrative wounds must have been known to the coroner right from the
But why did they say we may never be able to determine whether
the body is in very bad state? The insects and so forth are described in there, liquefication of organs and things of that nature. But
okay, I think my analysis was just as good as these guys because right now they're you know. Okay, I feel like my analysis was sufficient. I thought TMZ was gonna have some big, bad, broken down analysis, but they're all guessing. You know, we're all trying to figure out exactly how this happened. But we're gonna listen. This is just the coroner's report. We're gonna get a lot more. Listen, it's all about storytelling. We all know that. It's all about telling that story. This is giving the lawyers the ammo to write a really damn good story on both sides. So when it comes down to trial, I think we're going to have a lot more context to how all this happened because we all know that the lawyers, they're storytellers, and they're going to make sure, whether it's right or wrong, we're going to have a story to follow and come back and give some judgment on. Obviously, we're not giving the judgment, but to the people in the jury, they're going to make sure that there's a story in place. But I mean, it seems obvious. And I think the text messages are going to prove it. The phones are going to prove it. You know, she told him something on text. He made light of it. He laid in wait, told her to come. She came. Maybe got her high. Maybe they both got high. Gets mad at her about the conversation. Stabs her. Kills her. And, you know, everything happens. Everything from there happens. That's what I think happened. I don't think it's that complicated. I think the most complicated thing about this is how in the fuck as a 20-some-year-old you're out here fucking on a 14-some. You know what I mean? Like, what is that even? Like, ew. Like, yuck, bro. Like, ew. You know what I mean? Like, you're nasty, bro. That's why you shave your beard. Like, that's why you shave your whole beard. That's why you shave that shit, because you want to look young for the young girls. That's exactly, he's shaving all his shit with little pimple patches all over his face with little Hello Kitty and black nails. You trying to, you're a fucking weirdo. You're trying to get the young girls. What are you trying to do? Get the emo girls from high school? I could already imagine David pulling up to the high school in the fucking Camaro with his shaved face and pimple patches and painted nails. You know, just picking up the youngins. Anyways, I'm gonna get the fuck up out of here, folks. I think that was pretty much it. I think that was it. I mean, shit, we could look together. I think that was pretty much it. I think that's the biggest update, is everybody's analyzing the coroner report, you know? And a lot more clips are starting to surface. A lot more clips are starting to surface since David's hot on Twitter. You know what I mean? David's hot again because he got arrested. So now we're starting to see a whole bunch of clips resurface and shit.
What am I making? How am I making it? What's the flows? What's the melodies? I'm a melody person first, and then a structure person second. I'm playing video games like I always do. Yeah, I'm playing Warzone. Velvet, my producer, my main producer, like, he sends me all the beats I use when I make music by myself. He was like, yo, bro, I got these 3 beats for you. I'm like, all right, bet. Let me hear them. He sends me the beats. I'm listening to them one by one, trying to figure out what I'm feeling today. And it's 2 completely different vibes, bro. So it's like I'm fighting people, and then I'm like trying to put myself in the mindset of like, okay, I gotta make a song today too. So let me like get into that mental state. Falling around me. I played the 3rd one, and the 3rd one was the crashing beat. And I was like, wait, hold on, this sounds like old David. And I love hearing things that remind me of my own music. So essentially, when I heard that beat, it was like, okay, let me take myself back. So I turned off the game, went in the closet, grabbed all my equipment, my Focusrite, my mic, interface, everything. What am I making? How am I making it? What's the flows? What's the melodies? I'm a melody person first. And
you said Grizzly True Crime broke it down really well. The only thing about Grizzly is her videos are so fucking long. Arrest Finally Made. And I know when she really broke it down, it was probably like a live stream. Hey. Are you good? Yeah. Oh, okay. I thought she was fucking with you. I usually watch her live streams on my own, but I don't know if we'll be able to pinpoint where she's talking about the coroner report. We probably can.
It was an evil version of myself that would kind of come out at random moments, kind of like Fight Club with Tyler Durden. And he would commit the crimes that I would have to solve as a detective. So like when I was as a detective, I'd be like solving murders that I'm committing myself.
I media trained you. That's controversial.
Let's all say together, finally. Oh my goodness, LAPD News says detectives from Los Angeles Police Department Robbery Homicide Division have arrested David Burke, a 21-year-old resident of Los Angeles, for the murder of Celeste Rivas. Burke is being held without bail. This is the singer David D4vd, as people might know him. They said the case will be presented to the District Attorney's Office on Monday for filing consideration. Celeste Rivas. Storage compartment.
Yeah, she's not going to go into it here. It's probably her live stream. We could check out the live that she did real quick. 6 hours ago, prosecutors reveal even more evidence against David.
Ready for the Lake Elsinore, California passing of his arrest. Special. She left about a week later, right? I think May 3rd. And then
2 penetrating wounds of the torso, right abdomen with an injury to the liver, left chest with penetration of underlining intercostal space, and cortical disruption of of adjacent ribs. Where the fuck did she get this from? Miss Grizzly?
Yeah, case number.
Mrs. Grizzly.
They were devastated after hearing the gruesome details that came out in David Burke's arraignment, Steinfeld continued. He also described the family as exhausted, emotionally drained, and needed time to compose themselves following the singer's arraignment. David, whose real name is David Burke, who's in D4vd, faces a first-degree murder charge in connection with Hernandez's death. And the rest we know, right? Okay. So he's next going to be scheduled to return to court. So now let's get to this medical examiner's report. Again, thank you to Grizzly Cat.
Hold on now. Wait, what?
For obtaining this examiner's report. Again, thank you to Grizzly Cat for obtaining this for us.
Who's Grizzly Cat? Grizzly Cat. Oh, Grizzly Cat coffee's here. Okay, Grizzly Cat. The fuck? Come on, Grizzly Cat. Where's that? Where's it at? Somebody give me this fucking coroner's report. Damn it, please. Oh, she's thorough though. She has all her sources. Shit. I only wish I was this thorough. She posts her sources? Fuck me. Shit. Gotta get on her level at some point. Gotta get on her level at some point. Oh, here's the fucking drawing. All I want is the fucking coroner's report, please. You said that's her mod? Yeah, I figured. What's up? Let me check out chat, man. We got 200 people in this bitch. How's everybody doing? You said it's public record now? No, I know. I'm just trying to figure out where the fuck it is. I only found out about David because of this case. Oh, you only found out? Yeah. I mean, I heard his music before. He was kind of gaining a little bit of traction on TikTok, and oh my God, my dog is acting crazy, and all of that. So my dog has the zoomies, folks, and of course she has it while I'm streaming. So if you hear things breaking and fucking up in the background, it's just my dog. Grizzly Cat FOIA'd the request documents. Oh, cool. I'll find it. We still have people that want to see it. We have a couple of people out here. I'm assuming it's just going to be in her sources. Let me see. All right, let's do this. Yeah, I'm probably gonna have to be locked in with somebody to get that. Let me see something real quick. Maybe I could text somebody to get it. Well, let's just hear what she has to say. I'm gonna text somebody. I'm gonna see if I could get this thing popping and locking. What's up, D? Welcome in, ma'am. Welcome in, D. Long time no see. Hell yeah. Drop some likes in the chat, everybody. Hell yeah. I appreciate everybody reminding everybody. Damn, I really want this document, bro. Fuck. Give me the fucking document. God damn it. All right, cool. We'll just rock with Grizzly for the time being. Let me see if I could get this from somebody real quick.
As I say, I'm not going to read every single thing. I feel like it can be a little bit too much. You know, like to go over every... I'm not a medical examiner, you know what I mean? To go over every single body part and everything, I just think it's just, I'm not comfortable with it. So we're going to go over the main points, the main narrative, and I think that would be just enough, right? So death investigation summary, medical examiner case number 2025-14252, decedent name Rivas Hernandez, comma, Celeste Abigail. Shame, what a beautiful name. Celeste Abigail Rivas Hernandez. Date of injury unknown, place of injury unknown at the time, right? Pronounced date or time, 9/08/2025, when she was discovered in that vehicle. Date of examination, 9/10/2025. Medical examiner, Karen Tapia. And so we go. So, cause of death. Multiple penetrating injuries. Manner of death, homicide. How injury occurred with objects. So again, I will say trigger warning because this is now the medical examiner's report about their findings related to a 14-year-old's murder, which is just horrendous to think about. And David Burke has been charged with her murder and dismemberment. Okay, so this is medical report summary. Medical report summary. Severe post-mortem changes. Because they say the prosecutors allege that Celeste was murdered on April 23rd of 2025, dismembered on May 8th of 2025. May 8th or May 3rd? Which one is it? Tell me. Pop quiz. About a week later, right? I think May 3rd. And then put in body bags and in the front trunk of David's Tesla. Left to decompose like that. My goodness.
I'm finding snippets of this stuff all over Twitter. I fuck with Grizzly, but we're not gonna do Grizzly today. I want to read you this part that I found real quick. What the fuck? County of Los Angeles, Department of Medical Examiner. All right, cool. Okay. Oh fuck, I'm fucking it up. Here we go. Yo, thank you so much, everybody, man. Thank you. You said so glad you're back, AG. Thank you so much, Jazz. Shout out Jazz, everybody, for the big super chat. Hell yeah. Body examination. I observed the decedent's posterior head and torso lying prone in a body bag inside. In a body bag. I thought it was in a trash bag. In a body bag inside the front trunk of a Tesla, her head was oriented toward the north. She appeared of intermediate age and ethnicity with dark hair and natural teeth. She was wearing a tube top underwear. Okay. I observed multiple holes in the front and the back of the tube top. She was missing, She was missing both arms above the elbow and both legs above the knees. Underneath the body bag was a black trash bag that contained the decedent's apparent compiled. What is that? I don't know what that means. Bilitraf arms and legs. What? Bilitraf? I don't know. Maybe I just can't read. Compiled arms and legs. They appear to have been dismembered into several fragments. The decedent was in an advanced state of decomposition, demonstrated by foul odor, discoloration, liquefaction, insect activity, partial skeletonization, and skin slippage. I noted an approximate 1-inch linear defect on her abdomen and a circular defect on her left flank. So abdomen, the left flank would be the left side of her chest. Wait, let me make sure my camera's... Is the camera on me or the camera? Okay, cool. The left ring and pinky fingers appear to have been mutilated, and I did not locate them during the scene. Oh, wow. So that's what everybody's talking about. Oh, we're going to have to talk about this tomorrow. This is some sick shit right here. I'm going to have to save this. We're going to have to talk about this tomorrow. This is what everybody's been talking about. This is what everybody's been talking about. So the tattoo, he took that shit with him. I know for a fact it's that. I don't even have to. But what did he say? See, look, she has a tattoo that reads. See, watch. Anyway, skin one in your left flank have been mutilated, and I did not locate them during the scene of examination. She has a tattoo that reads on the inside of her right index finger. I did not observe any other discernible scars or tattoos. Right index finger. Left ring and pinky finger appear to have been mutilated. Left ring and pinky. So okay, so he didn't take the finger. The decedent was not ID viewable due to the decomposition of the face and was not live scanned due to waterlogged fingers. She was assigned Jane Doe number 550, blah, blah, blah. Per INV something, something, something at 8:15 hours, Dr. Law positively identified the decedent as Celeste Abigail Rivas Hernandez via dental radiograph comparisons. Oh, yeah, they always figure, yeah, the last thing they'll do is they'll go for your teeth. They'll go to your dentist and they'll get the teeth and they'll compare them and boom, bam, thank you, ma'am, we figured it out. It's crazy how they can really identify you off of so many things. I think there was one time where they were crushing somebody, like there was like a criminal who removes like, oh my God, my dog. I'm gonna get up out of here soon. I think there was a criminal that had removed somebody's teeth, and the idea, I think he got caught. Obviously we know about him, so he got caught. But the idea was like, you know, we remove the teeth so there's no dental records to compare the body after we completely dismember it. Imagine David, it's kind of morbid to think that way, but imagine he actually took the teeth with him. They probably would have never positively identified her. They probably would have never got her. But, you know, there's always that one mistake you make. Anyways, folks, I'm gonna get more informed on this for tomorrow. I'm gonna drop a video about this on the main channel because this shit is fucking, I didn't know it was this crazy. So stay tuned, everybody. I just wanted to drop a little live stream.
So they said two.
Let you guys know I'm back. You know, back like Jack inside of a heart attack. You know what I mean? And until then, folks, we're gonna lock the fuck in. Check out the second channel, AG Tactical Clips. It's up and popping at this point, so we're gonna keep on pumping the second channel, and we're gonna get back to the main channel. Feels good to be back. Feels good to have a operational YouTube channel again. But until then, folks, you said it's so dark, AG. No, it's hella dark. I don't have any of my lights on. I like the little, you know, the little spotlight vibe. I might even turn the top light off, and then we'll just be in the dark surfing the internet like some real hackers. You know, hackers only surf the internet in the dark. Did you know that? It's a known fact. All hackers and coders surf the internet in the dark. So I'm trying to get like that, you know what I mean? Okay, my dog is being so fucking annoying. I'm gonna hit y'all later. I'm gonna see what the fuck she wants. I gotta go take her out.